with coverage you can count on. This is the Erie News NOWCAST.
Good morning on this Thursday. I'm Mark Saul today. Time for a quick check of some of the stories we're following on this Thursday here at Erie News Now. Beginning in Washington, where a vote's expected today, perhaps this morning, one that could seal a deal that would avoid a federal government shutdown, and one that could have happened as early as tomorrow. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer announced the deal on the floor of the Senate late last night. Now, without passing the bill, the federal government would have faced that shutdown when the calendar turned to Friday. This Senate resolution doesn't include plans to increase the debt limit for America, but would keep the federal government up and running through at least December 3rd. Well, there's a bit of deja vu on several points this morning for customers, Penelec customers in downtown Erie. Came a day after that underground fire led to a power outage that lasted more than 10 hours. Well, the downtown area went dark once again for a few times through the overnight hours. All brief outages comes as the repair work after that fire continues. Penelec crews say they had to shut the power off again this morning. It was initially going to be a one and done outage around 2 a.m., but actually the downtown area saw a few power outages, brief ones, throughout the course of this Thursday morning. Erie police tell us they had City Hall on generator power for a short stretch this morning. Now, Penelec says the ongoing work involves isolating some of those fire-damaged underground electric cables. Well, crews from across eastern Erie County got called out this morning to a house fire in Northeast. Broke out around 3 a.m. Along South Brickyard Road. When volunteers first got there, crews from the Fuller Hose Company and others reported a fully involved structure fire. They immediately went into what they referred to as defensive mode. Yeah, this structure obviously unsavable. No reports of any injuries. No word yet on how this early morning fire out in Northeast may have started. The CDC delivering its strongest warning yet regarding pregnancy and COVID-19. They're telling pregnant women to get vaccinated. This guidance comes with more than 125,000 COVID-19 cases confirmed among pregnant women across America. According to the CDC, more than 22,000 of those women wound up in the hospital with the virus, while more than 160 pregnant women have died from COVID-19. The CDC also says so far only 31% of pregnant women have been vaccinated. And the county executive down in the Pittsburgh area just announced plans to require the executive branch workers for Allegheny County to be vaccinated. No such plan coming yet from Erie County Executive Kathy Dahlkemper, but she did take some time out on Wednesday to update the public on the COVID-19 fight here in our area. Local hospital leaders joined her to tell us how they're doing as well. Kathy Dahlkemper repeated her push to get folks vaccinated if they're able to, wear masks around folks they don't live with, regardless of anybody's vaccination status. Local hospital leaders say the overwhelming majority of their COVID patients are unvaccinated. They also say they are seeing some breakthrough cases.
Is there the potential that we have confirmed cases in our system that demonstrate it's an unknown vaccinated status? Yeah, there's a likelihood that we have some of that. I can't tell you exactly how many of those. We talked about having about 55% of the cases being unknown. So that's the breakthrough rate that we're able to calculate with the data that we have available.
Local hospital leaders say if you think you have COVID-19, get that test at your primary care provider or a pharmacy rather than going to a hospital emergency room. You can find vaccine location info at erienewsnow.com.
I'm so pleased and proud to say Jamie Spears is no longer a conservator.
Yeah, Britney Spears taking some steps towards her freedom this morning after a long battle. Spears' father, Jamie, now suspended from his role as conservator of the singer's estate. Jamie Spears is going to be replaced by a court-appointed temporary person in that role. The ruling comes after Britney Spears spoke out about the arrangement some 3 months ago, calling it abusive and exploitive. There is another hearing that's going to happen before the end of this year. That'll be about terminating that conservatorship altogether. All right, if you're craving a treat, a sweet treat from down at Sara's at Presque Isle, the clock is ticking. Today is their final day for this season. It was a steady stream of customers coming into Sara's throughout Wednesday, ordering up their favorite menu items. Year number 42 in business for Sara's. They had to go through some parts of the summer with drive-through only options for folks as they dealt with a worker shortage and COVID mitigation measures. Sara's on this September 30th, always the final day of their season. They're set to be open from 11 this morning until 8 o'clock tonight. Right now, I want to find out if there's any Sara's worthy weather headed our way today. Your first warning forecast. Here's meteorologist David Wolter.
Here are your weather headlines for today. We've got cooler temperatures into the afternoon. Some spots not even reaching that 50-degree mark. We'll have some scattered areas of clouds out there. Temperatures certainly chilly as we get into tonight. I mean, we're talking about down into the 30s, out into Warren and McKean County, even into the southern tier of New York before those temperatures do warm on up. So as we get down in the 30s, we start to think a little bit more about the frost potential, but it doesn't look like it's going to get that cold later on tonight. Still, if there is an alert put out by the National Weather Service, it would be a frost advisory. And if that is issued, we'll of course let you know. Futurecasts for us today, starting off with some of those areas of clouds out there. We get more sunshine into the afternoon. Maybe some extra clouds hanging back into the higher elevation, so a partly sunny sky for you guys. Later on tonight, we'll have some clouds, a few areas of fog, especially into some of those deeper river valleys before we really free up the skies and allow for a bit more sunshine overall as we go through your Friday. Temperatures tomorrow will be a little warmer overall. For today, we are expecting temperatures into the lower middle 60s. With that mostly sunny sky as we get into the afternoon. Some scattered clouds out there in the Crawford County. Very delightful no matter what you do have planned outside. And to the mountains of Warren County we go. Winds fairly light for today. And again, a struggle to even get to that 60-degree mark for some spots like Sugar Grove as well as Scandia. We'll talk more about this forecast, the 7-day outlook in just one moment.
All right, you might not want to think about it as we wrap up September, but winter is slowly but surely creeping up on us. This morning, Erie News Now's Elena Jonathan looks at whether it's too soon to get your driveway snow clearing plans nailed down.
Although fall just started, winter is slowly getting closer to becoming a reality. And with winter comes snow. For people in Erie, you're no stranger to snowfall in November, but breaking out the shovel and scrapers might not be for everyone. And for those looking to hire a snowplow company to do the dirty work, time is ticking.
If you haven't hired somebody, you're almost behind the 8 ball.
Over at Cunco Landscaping, they sent contracts to their customers for snow removal services on September 1st. And according to Misty Burgess, the director of operations, spots are filling up fast.
People are booking up quickly. We're already almost completely booked because we have a lot of returning and seasonal contracts.
Burgess says to ask questions before you hire a snowplow service.
Like, do they just plow with a truck? Or do they also get out of the truck and, plow your driveway with a snowblower or even like shovel your steps?
She says it isn't too late just yet, but advises you might want to start thinking about hiring a service for this winter sooner rather than later.
I definitely get moving on that because, as you know, with COVID, a lot of places are short-staffed, so they may not have as many people to drive, trucks and everything and to snowplow this year. So I definitely be putting those calls out.
I know we really don't want to talk about it, but snow season not terribly far away. You can see over the last couple of years, we've seen our first flakes generally around Halloween or into early November. And for the month of November, we typically average about 9.6 inches, and that's up from last year because now we have all the data from 2010 up to 2020, so our November average a little bit higher than what it was in the past. As we look ahead at that extended outlook, thankfully no snow in the forecast. You can see those temperatures back up into the 70s as we head into the weekend. Some showers late, and then Sunday into Monday we'll deal with some of those showers, maybe a few lingering around on Tuesday. High still in the upper 60s, close to 70.
Our next news comes your way at noon on WSEE. I'm Mark Soliday. Have a great Thursday.